like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and leave me a comment. Without further ado,
Hyperdellic. Hey kids, it's Hyperdellic. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Jada Toys' Mega Man. Right? Holy cow. Like, I'm going to say this. I have already purchased a few of Jada Toys' Street Fighter figures, and they are phenomenal. I have heard that this Mega Man is pretty much just as good as those, like joint-wise, quality-wise. I mean, from what I can see through the package, it looks great, right? Take a look at it. It's such a cute little box, too. It's got some great 8-bit, little 8-bit graphics on the side there. And you've got Mega Man. He comes with a stand and a little blast. I gotta say, for the price point, these are always really good. Like, these ones, I think MSRP is $20. And they're smaller. They are. They're not as big as like the Street Fighter figures or like some of the cereal box figures. Actually, I think he's about the same size as the cereal box figure. So they go 25 because of the 6-inch figures, like the Street Fighter ones. Those are definitely bigger. But that was all your side box information at the bottom of the box, if you need it. That's what the top looks like. And all right, we're gonna bust into him, and we'll be right back, and we'll take a look at some of his features. And we'll check out all the accessories. All right, let's do that. All right, and we're back. And I'm not gonna lie, it's about a week and a half later. I played around with him, looked at some of his finer points. I even did a little research. I know that Keiji Fume created him. I think that's his last name. Ah, man, I hope I didn't botch that. We're gonna go with it though. Keiji, good dude, smart guy. Did some really incredible early designs. He started out as an illustrator and kind of got into video game designing. And like one of his like first projects with Capcom, like I guess he started out on Street Fighter, but then they quickly moved him over to the Mega Man project. It was originally Rockman, right? But the U.S. they don't understand some of the Japanese references and stuff, because I think it was like a music reference. Hence the awesome music that's in Mega Man. But yeah, there's all kinds of interesting little tidbits about Mega Man. Like the fact that the reason why he's blue is because that was the largest color palette in the 50 some odd color palette that he was allowed to create. So he went with the color that had the most variances, just so that they could create some of the most detail in a 8-bit pixel design. So that's how we got Mega Man. He wanted it to look cool, and he did a good job. And Jada did an amazing job with these. I think they are wonderful. We're going to talk about that articulation. We're going to talk about the paint applications. We're going to talk about a bunch of stuff with him. But the first thing that we need to talk about are all of his amazing accessories. The first thing I'm going to share with you guys is his second head. Okay, that's a great face. I love it. It's an awesome face dome. It is adorable. It looks like he's got some schmutz on him though. Yep, there we go. Clean him up. Oh, boy. Yeah, but they do a Jada for a company who has primarily just been doing cars for the last few years. They're doing some amazing stuff with action figures. Honestly, all the other action figure companies ought to pay attention to what Jada's doing, because it's wonderful, and I think we need a lot more of it. Those Street Fighter figures are phenomenal. I love them. They're some of my favorite figs. One of his other accessories, my other favorite accessory, I think, because there's two of my favorite accessories. The head's not the one. This is one of my favorite accessories. You can swap out his arm for his blaster, which is awesome. I mean, you would feel like it would be an oversight if they hadn't given him a blaster. Right? It's like, how you gonna have Mega Man without a blaster? And then you think back to that first Mega Man game cover. Oh, anybody who knows. It's the worst video game box art ever made. Ever made. If you want to see this, here's his fist arm part that came out. Okay. It's got a decent bend horizontal rocker in one direction. The blaster has a horizontal rocker that goes in both directions, all the way. So I can actually go this far back or almost a little bit better than 90 degrees forward. Right? So we've got those two accessories. Now comes the big parts. We've got, like many other Jada figures thus far, He comes with a stand with a nice, articulated arm, and then a blast effect that goes on top. Right? So now we've got a Mega Man blast effect. It looks good. I like it. Is it the best? I don't know. I don't think so. I think it could have been a little bit more yellow, a little bit brighter yellow, but it's fine. I mean, it's not the crazy honkin' thick blast effect that we got with Ryu and Ken, but this one's good. I mean, it's not terrible. The last two accessories are a second set of hands, open like hands. This one would go where the blaster is right now, and then this one on the other hand. Overall, I think that the value is pretty good. This is a $20 USD MSRP. Sorry about all the letters there, but it's not bad. It's about a 5-inch tall figure because he's 6-inch scale, but he's Mega Man, so he's littler. So they're putting them out for $20 instead of the $25 that the Street Fighter figures are at, and I think they make up for it in accessories alone, right? But let's get in close, and I want to show you some of the finer points on him, because Jada is really good at doing figures, and I'll best recognize. All right.
Hyperdellic.
Bam. I mean, that is an excellently executed anime style face. I love it. I think that they really did put some love into this. Somebody who gave a crud about Mega Man did this figure, designed it, If we go across here, if you notice, like, it's shiny. It's very shiny, very glossy. But the face is very matte, and then the shirt is very matte. But then the robot bits are very glossy. That's nice. I like it. That's an excellent detail. Very, very nice attention and planning when it came to designing and what materials and what paints you were going to use where. Like, very nicely done. One thing I really want to point out, and it's something that I didn't notice at first when I first took it out of the package, and this is part of the reason why I'm trying to play around with these figures for a little while before I do my final reviews. If you notice, on the helmet, there's a color variation, right? So down here it's darker, but then it gets lighter blue up near where the light blue kind of mohawk thing is. And if I pull it back like this, you could probably see a little better. There's like an airbrush, of light blue here, and then an airbrush of light blue around here, and it gives it some nice depth and just that little extra bit, to push it over the top as far as just looking phenomenal. Like, they said, no, we need to add something more. So they did, and the head articulates very nicely. It's got some good range. It has this double neck peg situation. We'll pop the head off. There is not a lot of effort involved in popping the head off, right? And here, while I have the head off, we'll swap. And they did the same on this one. Although there's a little bit of a scratch on this. That's how it looks like. So maybe I won't, but that'll get saved so it doesn't get destroyed. But yeah, I mean, it's so good. It's so good. We come down. There's some simple ball joint and rocker articulation here. The blue plastic again. They did a darker blue airbrush on parts of him to give detail. You can see it right there. It kind of almost goes on a line. But yeah, they even the butt got a little spray. Look at that. His butt got a little bit of an airbrush spray. They cared enough to make sure Mega Man's gadonk got taken care of. Thank you, Jada. Thank you for that detail. I believe the gentleman that does a lot of their figure design is June. June, you did a great job, brother. You did a great job. We come down. The elbow has some good range, right? It's a little bit better than 90 degrees. You can get a nice little close in, pulled in kind of look, fist pump type of deal. It is not very crazy noticeable, when his arm is extended. That's nice. They did a good job of hiding the articulation well. We come down to the fist. These are horizontal rockers. and they're 360 and all that good stuff. They didn't put a lot of different articulation points in the arms and legs and everything, and yet they still managed to pull off great character articulate. Like, you can pose this character the way that it looks in box art and cover art and stuff. Like, that's what's cool about it. Now we're going to come back over to the waist, because he's got two separate points of articulation. And I've mentioned this, the one that I will compare this to is Chun-Li, and she has got some of the most amazing waist and ab articulation. Like, it's just so good. But with this, like, they give you the ability. Oh, he popped his leg off, but looks like it popped right back on. I was pulling a little too hard. I was being aggressive. But yeah, this is that's a fantastic range of motion for a tiny little 5-inch figure. That's so good. You know, you could do a nice little ab crunch, or you could be like blasting off. Oh, so nice, so nice. Like, and I'm gonna say this much about the articulation too. It's smooth. It's like engineered perfectly. Like, I don't know how they were capable of pulling this off, and companies like Hasbro and Mattel are not. But look at how nice and smoothly that moves. Like, I'm not fighting with this character at all. I'm not fighting with him. He's so easy to move. The only spot that I ever seem to have some issue with is like with the leg rotation, because right here is a cut, and the inside of that rotates. Okay, so his leg, he's got a thigh cut, so he can rotate all the way around. He can't quite do splits, but man, does he get close, right? Let's do some front and back split. Almost. You got to turn him a little to the side, but yeah, he can do it. Can he kick his own butt? Let's see. No, but he gets some amazing range of motion. And I'm going to say this much: this plastic is a softer plastic, and so it moves and gives a little. So you can bend him and push him a little and get him to a certain extreme. It's cute. It's adorable. The foot and knee are pretty decent. Like, the knee is a little funny. I'm gonna say this much: you'll see these, little pieces of flash all over the place. Sometimes you can peck those out with like a little instrument or something like that. Sometimes you can't. So, and remember that the paint goes over the flash sometimes. Sometimes. I got this off. I don't know. But yeah, there's a little bit of that flash everywhere. Like right here, there's a little bit of a QC issue. On the other side of the knee, I have a little bit of that as well. I don't know if that's just my figure or if a lot of them are coming like that, but that was an issue. I gotta get on this one. There is a downfall, a drawback to waiting a week to do your action figure. I mean, I've taken him to the beach. I've taken him out to dinner. He went out to my nephew's birthday at a pizza place. Trying to think of where else have I taken him. I mean, like, he's a nice pocket fig. He's not bad when it comes to pocket fig size. The bottoms of the feet, I should show these actually before because I want to show you a close-up of the blast effect too. There's your UK and Canada, Jada Toys Inc. There's some manufacturing numbers there. Capcom China, all that good stuff. He's so nice. He is. He's so nice. And then this blast effect, here's some of the detail on it, just to show you close up. And here's his other head. You can see that face. That face! It's good. I like it. I'm seeing some paint come off here and there, and I haven't really been rough with these. So, I mean, like I said, I've taken him all over the place. He's been a pocket figure, but usually when he goes in my pocket, he's the only thing in my pocket. Here, I'll show you the other hand. And actually, we should get a close-up on the blaster hand. Yeah, let's get a close-up on this so that you can see the details. And again, like here and there, there's some molding and a few paint QC issues. I'm gonna forgive them for the sheer fact that, like, the buttery smoothness of the articulation of this figure and the attitude and fun that this figure really has going for it. Like, they put life into this character. Like, they gave him, it's not just a dead, lifeless, head. They gave him some character. There's life there. It's nice. I like it. You got to have that in an action figure. Otherwise, it's not an action figure. All right. What we're going to do now, we're going to pose him out, and then we're going to do our final thoughts. All right, let's check it out.
Hyperdellic.
All right, and we're back. Final thoughts time. Obviously, I love the heck out of this action figure. He was kind of a surprise to me. I didn't think I was going to be into this figure as much as I am. He is currently one of my absolute favorite action figures. I'm at the point now where I don't want to take him around with me because I don't want him getting messed up at all. Right? He has gone from, a cool figure to a pocket figure to now I'm not taking him out of my house. Right? That's how much I like him. He has a prestigious spot on my desk, and I have a feeling he's going to be there for a very long time. Let's get him spinning. Spin. I love the color scheme. He came out so nice. Like, they did such a good job with just getting that feeling of the Mega Man 3 cover, because they still botched it up on the second game cover. Right? But we finally got that Japanese render of him, the one that was originally done by the original creators back when Capcom first put out Mega Man, and then when it came over to America, they were like, no, we can't do that. Idiots. Idiots. That's all I can say. I mean, granted, if they hadn't done what they hadn't done, we wouldn't have Mega Man. He would be Rockman. And as far as I know, he is Rockman in Japan, I believe. I'm not sure if they actually changed the name over there or not. But yeah, that's his deal. There's a bunch of other characters. There's like Vol and Treble and a couple of others that I'm not sure ever made it into the series. I don't know. I never, like I said, I didn't get that into Mega Man. But right, this figure is actually getting me more into Mega Man, which is kind of how it works sometimes, right? Like, I had a He-Man action figure when I was a kid, and that turned into all kinds of other crazy stuff. So say what you will, but I'm pretty sure he's going to make it to my top 20, unless he wasn't released this year. And I think there is a huge possibility that he was not released in 2023. I'm going to have to go back and check. But, yeah, I seriously love this figure. He is one of my favorites. I cannot wait to have him posed out with Torchman or Flameman, whichever. I think it's Torchman. But yeah, it's available on Big Bad Toy Store right now. You can go get him right now. He is available. How much longer he is available, I don't know, because honestly, these are really good. And as the word keeps getting out about Jada, their figures are getting sucked up. Right? It's getting harder and harder to find some of them. But hey, that's just proof positive that that they're doing something right. That they are doing something that is really hitting. I mean, it is. It's really hitting. Are there QC concerns? Yep. Are there a few issues where it's like, oh, that's not going to be good in the long run? Yeah, probably. But I think overall, this is an amazing figure. Go ahead and get one. I'm sure you'll agree. Come here, Mega Man. We're going to close this out. Yeah. All right. Tell everybody what to do, Mega Man, or Rockman, or whichever. I'm Mega Man. It's cool. I got this. Over here, you're going to subscribe and turn on notifications. Yeah. And then down here, you're going to like the video because it was nice. You're going to like it. And then maybe check out one of those videos that are probably popping up over here, or something like that. I don't know. Maybe it's 2035 and there's a video link up here and down here now. I don't know. Probably. You know what else I want to tell you guys? I love you. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for checking out my review. I appreciate you all. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Check out my links in the description. My Patreon page is in there. A few other things. My gaming channel link is in there. Come check me out. I'm currently playing Super Mario RPG. We just finished up Luigi's Mansion. I'm going to be playing Super Mario RPG every day. So come, join me. Enjoy. Have fun with that. All right. This is Hyperdellic saying play hard. Have a good day. I love y'all. Bye.